Hello, my friends, to the Nightmare Channel. If you are seeing me for the first time, do not subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive all new updates. Let us see today's story. In 1995, there was a 13-year-old boy named Mark who lived with his grandfather after his parents died under mysterious circumstances. Mark was hearing from the villagers that there were ghosts appearing in their homes and strange things were happening, and they could not find an explanation for them. He was always asking his grandfather about these legends, and the answer was, Jeddah. It is always rumors and myths. And Mark grew up to be 25 years old, and he still hears the same legends. On a rainy night, Mark heard a loud screaming sound inside the house, so he ran from his room in the direction of the sound, and he found Jeddah lying on the ground. My grandfather had died, but he did not understand the reason. The grandfather was buried, and he returned home sad. A week after the grandfather's death, Mark began to feel strange noises every night and days. He felt that someone was sitting next to him, and sometimes he heard terrifying sounds of laughter. But one night, he heard the voice of his grandmother speaking. His breath caught and his heart rate increased, but he held himself together and went in the direction of the sound. He saw the shock. He found the grandfather standing in front of him in a terrifying state, pleading with someone Mark had never seen before. But this terrifying person killed the grandfather. He saw Jeddah's screams as he died, and he also saw himself calling for Jeddah, and the scene was repeated again. And suddenly Mark woke up from this situation, and someone put a hand on his shoulder. But he did not see anyone with him in the house. Mark went quickly to wash his face and went to sleep. He was in a state of extreme terror. Mark saw a strange dream. He saw his parents in the dream telling him the secret inside the cave. He woke up terrified at the sound of things falling in the house when he left his room and saw the hall. If someone had tampered with it and written on the wall was Cave Mark, the village would have been saved. Waited until the morning and went to his friend John and told him what had happened. John told him that you must go to the village sage and tell him. When Mark and John entered the sage, he told them that the secret was inside the house, and they must search for it without Mark telling anything. Mark was astonished by what happened, so he and John went to the house. They searched for anything, but did not find anything. So Mark decided to go search for this cave. He waited until the morning and collected the things for the trip, and he and John went to search for the cave. Mark and John searched for 4 days, and Mark despaired and decided to return home, but he was tired, so he and his friend decided to rest for a while to complete the road. While he was sleeping, he watched his grandfather when he was giving him a necklace when he was young and told him to never leave this necklace. He also saw his grandfather opening a door behind his private library. But Mark had never seen this before, so he quickly went home and went to the library and did what he saw in the dream. But the door did not open. Mark became very angry and lost hope, but during his excitement he saw a key in the library that looked like a necklace, so he remembered the dream. Well, that his grandfather opened the library with such a necklace, so he put it in the library and the door opened. Mark was very happy because the door had opened. Mark and John entered, but Mark was shocked by the things inside this stone. Mark found strange things, as if someone was performing a ritual to prepare for his death. Inside the room, he also found a picture of his mother and his father, part of which was burned. Mark cried when he saw a picture of his parents, but a shock occurred when he cried. His mother appeared. She told him that she was still alive and that his grandfather had locked them inside the cave and he must save them. She then disappeared. Do you think this is really his mother? An illusion in the room? Or a danger threatening Mark? Write in the comments and watch the second part of the story tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.